Hello, love bugs, and thanks for stopping by the channel. This is Danielle, a Taxcraft Lady. I'm happy to see you guys. I'm happy you guys are seeing me. I'm working on a project right now, but I wanted to come in here and talk to you guys about these work at home jobs that I see people posting on YouTube. Work from home, start today, get paid today, work any hours, no qualifications. Really? So I decided to go in here and check some of these out so you don't really waste your time looking for these if they're not really what they're said to be. Before I get started in the video, I want you to go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead, comment, share, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that notification bell so you don't miss none of the good stuff Danielle Taxcraft Ladies brings to the table, okay? So let's get into it. The four that I'm going to talk about today are Wordvice. Now that one's like editing, proofreading, that type of thing, but there's plenty of options. The next one is Cambly. That's a tutoring site where you tutor adults or children, and there are certain qualifications for that also, because of course, you know, they don't want people trying to tutor kids and trying to exploit them, or anyone for that matter. And you have to have, like, some of these, like I said, there are certain qualifications like internet speed and things like that. So the next one is user interviews, and that one is more like for focus groups, surveys, market research, things like that. And there are things that you have to do to be qualified for that. And then the last one we'll talk about today is Byron, and that's more like virtual assistant and things like that, but there are options with that also. So I'll go through each one and show you the process of doing it, and you know, you pull out what you think, and if you want to even take that dive to get into it, okay? So like I said, the first one is Wordvice. Okay, so as I go in here, let me just show you how it works. Review. So as you see, when you come up on Wordvice, you see these, it'll actually say jobs or careers, and then it says job opportunities at Wordvice. So you see these different options. They have a freelance editor, freelance translator, research expert, content writer, educational video instructor, seminar and workshop lecturer, sales manager Japan, sales manager China. And I'm assuming those would involve some type of translation. But for us, we picked the freelance editor option. And it wasn't just go in and make yourself available. There are steps that you'll see that you have to take in order to be accepted with uh, with Wordvice. So for the freelance editor, it then starts with a job description. And then it says why edit with Wordvice. But more importantly, we want to get down here where it says responsibilities and qualifications. Okay, because these are what you need to know to get on with them. So the responsibilities say edit and proofread academic papers, admissions, essays, and other documents for grammar and mechanics issues, and ensure natural language and flow of communication. Retain original intended meaning while making revisions. Write marginal comments explaining some revisions, including overall comment to the author. Respond to order notifications promptly and meet order deadlines. If you have any difficulty meeting a deadline, notify project manager immediately and in advance of deadline. Reply to clients and answer any questions they may have regarding your document. Then it says qualifications. Basic qualifications: native fluency in English, be enrolled in or have completed a graduate degree program. That's important. Minimum 2 years professional editing experience. Knowledge and application of various formatting styles such as APA, AMA, MLA, and Chicago. advanced proficiency with MS Word and its track changes feature, strong technical writing skills, a keen eye for errors in writing. They also have some preferred qualifications. Now, on top of that we just read above, they have preferred qualifications being be independent and self motivated, have previous experience at a professional editing company, have an educational background, or have experience in medicine, engineering, or other biomedical and natural science domain, be able to meet frequent deadlines, be passionate about writing and editing. Then it goes down to say conditions are freelance and it's part-time. The pay rate, it says, please include expected pay rate in the application. The hiring process goes like this. Submit an application and a resume. Bingo. Also, then they have the review process. After you submit that, then you'll complete an editing sample. Then they'll the evaluation of the sample edit. And then they'll have a notification of results by email. And then if you're accepted, you'll move on. Boom, bam, you're on your way to make some money. So that would be a good thing if everything goes smoothly. We also we checked it out on Glassdoor, and there were, just like anything, we can't please everybody all the time. But for this specifically, Wordvice, it did have fairly good reviews, I would say average, and it said the income could be up to $68,000, but the average was $51,978 for a freelance editor. They also had an editor up there listed. 2 people submitted salaries, which average, it said up to $96,000, but the average was $71,357. So it might be beneficial if you do have these qualifications to take advantage of that specific work at home job from Wordvice. Okay, guys, so that's the first one that Okay, so that was the Skippy on Wordvice. So what do you think? Do you want to dive in? You want to see if you can get a position or not? It's up to you. The next one we're going to look at is Cambly. Now that's, like I said, a tutoring site, and there are certain qualifications, like you'll see, that you have to go through to get involved or get on with them, and see if you can get some coins, see if you can get paid. So here you go with Cambly. Now, Cambly is a tutoring, Cambly is a tutoring app, and they offer work from home for tutoring for kids and adults. So as I went in and I made an account on Cambly, it'll say become a tutor. You go and click on it, and then it'll take you to where do you want to start. And then I actually am trying not to go into my whole profile because it says some pertinent information, but anyway, to see that you'll get the gist of what you need to do. It's not just boom, 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 you sign up, you pick a job. There are some qualifications that you have to make. And there's also some things you have to do. First, you have to set up a profile with your basic information that they check out. And then there are some other supplemental questions like about you tutoring and have you done this before and experience that you have and things like that. And then if you're doing, it's like 2 different videos that you have to do. You have to do a video if you're going to be choosing Cambly Kids. That means you're going to tutor kids, I believe, up to I think it's like usually 7 and 8-year-olds, but I believe there's a different list there. In any event, you will have to make a video, and you will talk about your type of learning, how you teach people, and introduce yourself. So that's very important. Also, if you just pick Cambly 18 and up, mind you, if you pick the Cambly Kids, you get paid, I believe, $2 more. If you pick Cambly 18 and up, it's $10 and some change is the hourly pay. But you will also make a video introducing yourself. for the Cambly Kids video, you make a video introducing yourself, excuse me, but also it is to you're going to do a sample lesson, and it's a couple slides, and they offer the slides for you to print them out for it'll say like you're learning the colors or shapes or things like that. So they want to see your learning style, your teaching style in that aspect. After that, you then have to do here says a connection test to make sure your computer is running at the speed they need in order for you to, because you'll have people from all over the world, whether they're from Europe or Turkey or wherever it may be. It's going to be all over the world. And not like for me, I'm here in Florida in the United States, but people all over the world use this app. So it's very important. So once you complete all that, then they're going to set you up with sort of like an alert system to say your availability and things like that. And say, of course, if you're accepted for the position of a Cambly tutor. So once that takes place, then you will start tutoring. And like most people on the tutoring thing, there's a schedule where just say you're going to say, I'm going to be working from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. my Eastern time, or someone else, it might be morning for them. And then they might have a schedule to say, we're going to pick an hour at 11 p.m. your time, which is another time their time. But so with that, you just have to hope that they hop online and sign in at the scheduled time. A lot of people cancel at the last minute or they don't show up. And that can be disheartening also if you're counting on a certain amount of income for your time and work throughout the week. But in any event, that really is the look of the Cambly tutor. Let me see if I can go back to this. I'm going to hit this profile one. Well, it doesn't go back. But in any event, I see this one. It'll show I gave a little introduction, Miss Danny. Then you put like basic information and things down below. But as you go in, you'll see. But it's not, as some YouTubers proclaim, sign up and you're going to start work tomorrow and get paid tomorrow. It doesn't work quite like that. But you can get work fairly soon if you sign up and they approve you within a few days. So you could get paid this week. I signed up recently, but I haven't gotten paid yet. I've had one person sign up. Okay, so what'd you think about Cambly? Now that one's pretty interesting. I actually haven't started, been accepted by them. Well, I can say I've been accepted, but I haven't found a position that I would be willing to take. There was one that was kind of close, tutoring someone from Turkey, but then their schedule would not coincide with mine. So anyway, on to the next one, user interviews. So that one, I actually have done a bunch of their surveys. I did one focus group also, and I've actually gotten paid. So I believe the first one I did, I just was kind of testing the waters. It was $10 for like 15 minutes of my time. And I got that. And that one was you could pick through a bunch of gift cards. What did you want? I, of course, picked Amazon because I'm always ordering stuff. So when I did that first focus group, it was only like 15 minutes, like I said, of my time. And the day I did it, I guess they review it, and I got paid within the week. So that was fine. So then I actually did a couple more the next few days, and some were online surveys, and some were product review, some were like software review. In any event, I've never spent more than, I'd say, about 30 minutes for, I think the last one was 30 minutes, $50. And I got paid within 4 days. The next one was $60 for an hour. And that was basically a survey back and forth and typing out. It was a bunch of typing of answering questions on would I use a certain product, why would I use it, my household information, different things like that. But I did get paid also within 4 days. So out of the three so far, excuse me, Wordvice, Cambly, and user interviews, excuse me, so far I made $200 in a week from user interviews, but it could have been much, much more if I would have dived in more. I just was testing the waters to see if what they say is true. And so far, only user interviews has come to pass for me. Okay, so let me show you the process of signing on to user interviews and how that works. Okay, guys. Now, user interviews, they are a survey site, or they have different types of surveys. They might have a focus group or one-on-one surveys, online surveys. They have different tasks and things of that nature. So when you get to the site, this is what it looks like. Then you'll go in and click sign up. I already signed up and actually applied for several of the surveys, which I have not yet been accepted for. So we'll see how that goes. Excuse me. But that one aspect right there goes to show you that it isn't something that you just sign up and you're in and you start working today. Because I signed up several days ago. I have not yet had a response to any of them that I applied for. So here it comes up and it says, hey, Danielle, because I already made the profile. But in that making the profile, here you'll see my name, and it'll say basic details, name, address, email address, phone number. Then it'll say professional details, where you'll put in like your education and experience and things like that. Technical details are the same, and your computer compatibility, and then security. And that was like sort of like your private information or ways to get in and out of the system. And then you'll click browse studies. And as the studies come up, you'll have options that you can make. And they will be the type of studies that you would like. How do you want the studies to come in? Do you want, here it says study format, in person, over the phone, or online. And I clicked over the phone and online. I also went down a little further and clicked one-on-one interviews, focus group, multi-day study, and unmoderated task, because that's the point of being able to be flexible and work when you want in this way. So I didn't want any in-person interviews, but just clicking those, you also have an option to go over here and click the date listed. You can go by the newest state, the oldest state, the highest incentives, or the lowest incentive. I just clicked the newest, and then you'll see all these different things come up. Now, you also can go up top here where it says what topics are you interested in. So I clicked, I typed in healthcare. And what came up right now for healthcare, let's see, is a study that they're doing. It pays $10 for 15 minutes. Navigating cancer. Ask your medical or insurance bill questions. Now, this was, says we're working on a product to help people get a better understanding of their own or a loved one's cancer medical bills. We're looking for people to share a recent medical bill and ask any questions they may have about the medical bill. The more complex, the better. So this one, it says you need a computer or webcam, a smartphone, and tablet computer. The studies on 7/31. I actually applied for this one, and I have several medical bills. I can show them. So I clicked apply. And I don't know if it'll let me do it again, but here you'll see it's an unmoderated task and it's online. So you don't have to have anyone like kind of on your back with it. So you see, you can read it again. $10 and a choice of dozens of digital gift cards. Other ones pay different ways. Someone's paying a MasterCard gift card or a Visa card or things like that. So I click to apply to participate, and then I'll have to wait for a response through email to see if I'm accepted or not. So that's how user interviews works. And then it'll ask you a few questions about this part, whose medical bill or insurance bill will you share? I'm going to share my own. Who's your insurance provider? And then I answered those questions, but you get the gist of it. So that's user interviews, and you just have to wait through email to see if you're accepted. I have not been accepted yet, and I applied several days ago. So I think that might nix out my wanting to get paid this week. So, let's see. Okay, so after seeing the process with user interviews, what do you guys think? Would you get on to it? Would you try to make some money? I made some money real quick, so I'm thinking this one I might take advantage of more because you have so many more choices of when you want to do it, or do you want to do in person survey? Do you want to do online? Do you want to do unmonitored task, whatever? So I just think those options work better, and you can do them any time of day. There are, if you see when you go in there, dates that the surveys or whatever it may be are taking place. So, those are help with your options, with your choices of what you pick also. So the next one was Byron, and that was virtual assistant. And like you'll see, there's other options. And I actually have not been accepted for Byron yet. I actually got a message saying we're reviewing your information. I got that message twice, so waiting to see what happens with that. But here's the process if you want to sign on to Byron, see if you qualify, and what you want to do from there. Okay, so check it out. App. I said this is more of a like virtual assistant app. When you first pull up the screen, whatever, Byron.com, hi Byron.com. You're going to pull up a screen where it's for if you're trying to hire a virtual assistant, where you'll see pricing and plans and things of that nature that you don't need. So you're going to, then I've already actually signed in, but, and this just for the video, it'll show up here. You can log in or sign up, but you really don't, have to do that part because then it takes you through some other things. So I found that if you go down to the bottom of the page in information, down here it'll say become an assistant. So that's what you want to click on, this become an assistant, because you want to try to pull some jobs. Now, like it says in People Boast, you can work anytime, anywhere, any place, this and that. That may all be all well and fine, but you have to have your qualifications and everything known to Byron, so they know what jobs to actually offer you or make available to you. So this screen will come up, earn money as a US based assistant. Are you a virtual assistant looking for extra work? Byron is a virtual assistant platform that connects virtual assistants with companies and clients. So you're going to click apply now. And as it takes you through these tabs here, there are qualifications that you have to have before you're even considered for one of the Byron positions. So that's very important to know, because it's not like you can just pull it up like they make it kind of easy on I see some of the YouTubers, oh, just go in there and sign on and put your information in and pick your jobs. That's not the case. You have to have there's an application process. And as you're going to see, the application process, there's plenty of requirements that you will need to have. So as we look at it, you'll see it says, thanks so much for your interest in becoming Byron Assistant. Please only apply if you meet the following requirements. Physically residing in the United States with a valid Social Security number. You must have a college education with 5 or more years of experience as a virtual assistant, any kind, remote, executive assistant, remote accountant, bookkeeper, or virtual administrative officer. So in that case, you may have not been listed as technically a virtual assistant, but just say you worked from home in a customer service field or something like that for so many years. That is the same difference. Okay. Then it says we aim to hire the top 10% of the available VA talents in the U.S. We're offering competitive rates for the right talent. If you don't meet the selection criteria, your application will not be processed. Our comprehensive hiring process includes basic application form. Oh, sorry about that. Basic application form, a long form, skills and experience survey, a general administration skills and behavioral test, hard and soft skills assessment, a Zoom call interview, info validation and communications assessment, reference, background check, info validation, engagement category, independent contractors, 1099, compensation for hired virtual assistants, $20 to $28 an hour, depending on the assessment. Payments are on the basis of logged hours on claim task on the Byron platform. Payouts are bi-weekly, twice a month, as direct bank deposits via Gusto. So keep all that in mind. You have to fill all that stuff out, the application process. So I've done that. And they said they acknowledged they received my information, but I haven't received a Zoom call yet for the interview or a response from them. So that's been several days and no response from Byron. So that's just the skippy on them. Like it wasn't as easy as boom, 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 go in, you're done. I had to upload a lot of information. Okay, guys. So keep that in mind with Byron. So let's get out of this. Okay, love bugs. So we checked out Byron. What do you guys think? I think it's a process, no doubt. And like I said, I still have not been accepted for taking positions at Byron. I got 2 messages. We're reviewing your information, qualifications, things like that. So Byron, you're not starting today, most likely. So you're probably not going to get paid this week. In review of them all, I would say for me, of course, that since I have done several things on user interviews, I would pick that one first because as the surveys or whatever it may be comes up, you can pick those and you can pick your time that you do them, or the time that you want to take on them, whether it's a 15-minute survey or it's a hour focus group or whatever it may be. So for me, I'm going to put 5 stars for user interviews. It's easy money. You get it within a few days. I do think Wordvice, I actually did get 2 messages from them while I was making the video of positions that may be available. So I'll go into that and try to give you some information on my next video and see how that pans out with the pay, with what things I had to do. Cambly, I still have not moved forward with that. I've had actually a problem with internet speed today. So when I went in to go and look, it said my internet speed wasn't fast enough at the moment. So that kind of took care of that. But number one for me, user interviews. Like I said, I picked the Amazon gift card for a few of my payments. Some of them were Visa gift cards, which is, basically cash. So great idea for those. I would take a look in it and see if it works for you, because if you're unemployed, or if you're trying to get extra money, trying to boost that income, trying to put money in your savings, whatever it may be, that's a great idea. Because like I said, you can get Visa gift cards and things like that. And for me, like the Amazon gift cards are great because I'm always purchasing things for my crafting or event decorating, things like that. I'm always needing supplies, whether it's balloons or photo paper or anything like that. So that works for me. So I hope you guys jump in, and I think I'm going to try out a few of the other ones that I see, like Scribby and things like that, and see if there's something that you guys should, take that chance and dive into. Okay, so for now, I'm going to sign off. It's Danielle, the Tax Craft Lady. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, guys. The support is so great. Also, I want to let you guys know there's going to be a story time coming up. But that's in the next video. I'll give you more information on that. If you guys have any information on work from home jobs that are truly legit, these are real. They're not scams. They're not just trying to get your information and flood you with a bunch of other spam. Let me know. Leave a comment down below if you've tried any of the ones that I've mentioned and gotten paid. Let us know. What'd you do? Is there something that maybe that I didn't do that would boost the process faster? In any event, this is Danielle, the Tax Craft Lady. I'll see you guys on the next one.